Good afternoon and welcome to the King Center.
Good afternoon.
We are certainly honored to actually host you today, and it is always a great pleasure to be with my dear friend Mark Morial and with all of you as members of the National Urban League. Throughout the history of our nation, there are many organizations that have opened doors that perhaps will never be closed again. But certainly the Urban League is one of our most preeminent civil and human rights organizations that has focused specifically on the area of sort of human resource development. Some organizations focused on just specifically pure civil rights. But if we were able to just garner our civil rights without having opportunities to be able to become entrepreneurs, for example, we would not have achieved a level of success, or at least as much as a level of success as we have achieved. And I say that in one way because while we've achieved great success, we are nowhere near finished with the mission that my father envisioned of creating the beloved community for our nation. My dad and his team wanted to eradicate poverty, racism, and militarism. And we made some strides in race, some significant strides. But certainly in relationship to poverty and militarism, we've almost gone backward. And so we have to find a way to quadruple our efforts, particularly in this very difficult time in our nation. And you, as some of you, as entrepreneurs, are going to be very key to helping to reach that transition in our nation and maybe even throughout our world. And so I'm pleased to welcome you here today and to thank you for what each of you are doing, and to encourage you to come back again and again to the King Center and to Atlanta. And I might add, there are many significant things about the memorial. Hopefully, most important, it will inspire generations yet unborn to work to complete the work of Martin Luther King Jr. Because I just stated earlier, poverty is rampant and militarism is still very much in our midst. So until we've found ways to at least reduce poverty and militarism in our nation, we won't be anywhere even close to fulfilling the dream of Martin Luther King Jr. But that memorial is so important because in the midst of presidents and war memorials, we now have a man of peace. As long as this civilization exists, there will be a Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial in Washington, D.C. Thank you again for coming to the King Center, and may God bless each and every one of you always.